All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, and I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. It says, Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people afar off. The Lord hath called me from the womb, from the bowels of my mother, hath he made mention of my name. He hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me. He made me a polished shaft, in his quiver have he hid me. And he said unto me, Thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. So you see in the context here, he's speaking through Isaiah. He's using Isaiah as a symbol or model, for the prophets that he will raise up out of the nation of Israel that will then seek out the lost sheep. So the context here is he's speaking to Israel, whom he's going to be glorified to raise up prophets. It says, Then said I, verse 4, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught and in vain. Yet surely my judgment is with the Lord and my work with my God. And now, saith the Lord, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. And he said, Is it a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel, to raise up the tribes of Jacob? This is going into a spiritual awakening, so the spirit that's going to go out is going to raise up the tribes of Jacob. And it says to restore the preserved of Israel. So this is going into those who are preserved or kept back from the great transgression, as the Bible call it. Most High willing, we'll touch on that on another lesson. But it says, I will also, you see this colon here in verse 6, it says to restore the preserved of Israel, and then it has a colon to explain, because the tribes of Jacob and the preserved of Israel will be among the Gentiles. It says, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, or to the nations. So these nations are where Israel is scattered at. So Israel has been scattered to the four corners of the earth, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Thus saith the Lord, the Redeemer of Israel and his Holy One, to whom man despiseth, to whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers. So let's go here and show you about this salvation to the ends of the earth. So this is Psalm 59 and verse 12. It says, For the sin of their mouth and the word of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride. And for cursing and lying which they speak, consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be. And let them know that God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. So you see this phrase here being used again, is saying unto the ends of the earth, or salvation to the ends of the earth. So this is an expression that is used in the scriptures to refer to those who have been separated and disconnected from the nation of Israel, and they're no longer following the customs. They're in their enemies' lands, and the prophecy is that he will gather them again in the last days. And that's what you see happening now as the Israelites are waking up to this truth. We're coming back to the knowledge of the scriptures. This is not speaking of salvation where he's going to seek out everybody in the world, everybody who's had their portion in this life. You know, while Israel is at the bottom, he's not seeking out those who have not been chastised, if you will. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth." So yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. So that's the good seed that the Mashiach or the Messiah spoke of in Matthew the 13th chapter. Shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. And it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So I pray that was edifying. Till the next time, shalom.